Hi, beautiful Libras. Welcome back to the channel, Libra. Thank you for joining me here. Let's get directly into your messages and find out what's happening. Okay, let's see. For Libra. Well, it looks like someone's trapped in a forbidden situation because they're feeling invisible. They think it's too risky and they're too worried about being individual, so they're staying stuck in a forbidden relationship. It's because they're feeling invisible and they're too worried to be independent. This could be a karmic who's depressed. This karmic is doing something forbidden. Like, it's because they lack self-esteem. That's why they're there with whoever your person is or whatever. They lack individuality. They lack self-esteem. They feel invisible, so they stay in a situation. Because I think that they're worried that they're too scared to be independent. Yeah, they lack self-worth. This person is very depressed. They feel invisible. So they stay in a situation because they're too afraid to leave it. Or they're too afraid to be independent. Wow. They're wishing they could be, but so not everything seems the way that you might think it is. You might think that your person could be off having some fantastic romance, but they're actually with someone who lacks self-esteem, self-worth. They feel invisible. It's like they're too afraid. They're too afraid to be independent. It's so they stay. Yeah, they're too afraid. They're too afraid. They lack, yeah, it's like they lack the strength here to, I don't know why they're afraid. Afraid of the truth? Is that it? I don't know. They're too afraid to look. this could be a third-party situation. Whoever they are with, they stay because they're too afraid to be alone or too worried. They have no self-esteem. They feel invisible. But they stay there because they're scared about being independent. I think I'm touching on a third-party situation, and I think I'm talking about the person who your person went to or is with. That's why they're staying there. Because they're too afraid to break free, and they're too afraid to be alone, or they're too afraid to be more independent. It's not like you. Maybe they're wishing they were more like you. I think yeah. This third party is depressed here. I don't know if they... like, they're afraid of being independent. This could be a trauma bond with someone. Like you're pretty confident here. You're pretty independent. Like you could be a visionary. I don't know. That's someone who's very confident on their own. This third party, they're depressed. They feel invisible. Maybe they accept this person juggling, you know what I mean? Because they're too afraid to break free. They're too afraid to be confident. Oh my. Like, this is an empress. Maybe they were wishing they were like the empress. Because the empress here is very strong. I think this third party wants to walk away. Or this person is. They feel invisible around this masculine. I don't know, they feel invisible. They're being neglected. They are sad. Like you over here, Libra, you're very confident. I think that they're wishing they could be like you. I think that they're wishing they could be like you. So I think that this person is juggling other people. And whoever they're with feels like they're invisible. and they're too afraid to leave. I think that this person is being juggled. Like, they may have juggled you, but I think that they're juggling where they are, but that karmic is afraid to walk away, or that third party is afraid to walk away, because they're actually wishing they could be like you. Maybe your person's very controlling. Maybe they got a bad temper. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like this. This is someone who thinks they are superior to the feminine. I don't know. Like, you're very solid. And I think you're very happy, you know? And I think that this third party watches you and observes you. Like, sees how happy you are, how confident you are, how strong you are. I think we have a third party here who is wishing they were like you. Confident, strong. See, they feel hurt here. And I think they're in a third party situation. But I think they're still in a third party situation. You're over here single. They're in a third party situation. Like, that person that they're with is too afraid to leave them. Even though they feel invisible, they're being juggled. I don't know. Maybe this person is the sole breadwinner. I don't know. Tired. See, this person is looking elsewhere. This is a heartbreaker. This is someone who's always looking for something better. So know this, that third party feels invisible to your person. They're always searching for something better. It's like that third party feels invisible. And I think that they was wishing they could be more like you. That's what I think. They feel completely bored, uninterested. They feel invisible to this masculine. They're very insecure, and I think they allow this person to play them and to play around. That's what I think that they do. Like, you're a powerful leader. You take command here. I don't know. I think that third party is wishing they were as powerful as you are. Maybe you're very attractive, strong, independent, confident. I think that third party watches you and is learning from you and is observing you, wishing they could be more like you. See, they put up with this person's player ways because they totally feel invisible. They're ignored. They are always looking for the next best thing. But that third party puts up with it because they're too afraid to be independent. This person is a player. They're having flings on that karmic. And they're very nasty about it, nonchalant about it. You know what I mean? And that's why they hang on to that person. Even though they're hurting. Even though they're being betrayed. There's no trust there. They're always looking over their shoulder. They're always suspicious every time this person goes anywhere or does anything. But they're too afraid to end it. That's the truth. This person's cheating on them and caught them cheating. And it's almost like, you know, they don't want to do any work. Like, see, this person truly loved you, but you love yourself enough to not settle. Okay? You love yourself enough to not settle. And it could be that this person is still in love with you, but I'm not even going to go there. There's no doubt in my mind that they would still love you, but that other energy who they're with, they're completely dissatisfied. That third party feels like they're invisible. Whether it's because that person is in love with you or they're always looking for greener grass. That's why they stay. They're in denial. This other lover is in denial. That is the karmic. It's a karmic lover or a karmic twin. They need to break free. That's what they need to do. Because this person got caught cheating. Okay, I think that karmic caught them cheating and they're staying. Because they're too afraid to cut them loose. They're too afraid to be independent. So they let themselves be deceived, you know? Oh, come on. That's not a commitment. That's not a commitment. Give me a break. There's no trust there at all. So they could be there out of codependency for some kind of money, or they're scared to like lose money, or they're scared that they don't know their own value. Like, they don't know their worth. They don't know their value. It's like they are letting this person cheat on them. Even though it hurts them and they feel invisible, they let them do it. Maybe they're codependent there for finances. I don't know. But they're too scared to be independent. And I think that's why they study you from afar. Because they know you may have ended things, and maybe they wish that they were strong like you. I don't know. They may be wishing that they could end things, but maybe there are children involved or something like that. It's almost like they wish that they could leave. They wish that they could break up, but it's finances. I don't think they don't know how. So they stay an option. They're okay with being an option. And I can't judge people, but I think that's why they're studying you. I think that's why they observe you and watch you. Because you're coming off as a leader. You are coming off as someone who's very confident and strong. And I think they study you. That's what I think. I think they study you. I can't judge anybody like that. I just hope that they find their own worth and their own value, because they don't. They're putting up. This is somebody who puts up with someone who's disrespecting them, betraying them, and cheating on them, and they stay in that situation because they're too afraid to be independent. And if they only knew their own worth and their own value, they would not be there. And I think they study you. Yeah, and they have no self-worth. They're depressed, they're sad. And I was going to say your person is, but it is the third party who is. They are accepting poor behavior. That is a karmic twin. So maybe they're thinking, oh, this is my twin flame. I have to stay. I have to put up with this. Spirit doesn't. That's why I don't like titles. Because someone gets in their head, oh, this is my twin flame. Yeah, it could be a karmic twin. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to stay because it's my twin, or I have to stay because this is supposed to be my soulmate, when they're being utterly disrespected. And Spirit doesn't want anybody to accept that kind of behavior. No. No. That's enabling. That's not anything but enabling. And they know it's wrong too, especially if they are observing you and studying you. It's almost like they're wishing they could be like you. And trust me, I know people who do that, stay in relationships with people who are disrespecting them. And I'm not telling anybody that they should or shouldn't be, but I know I wouldn't be. I'm just saying, that's just personally for me. It's, you know, it's no judgment to anybody else. Someone is too afraid. You know, they're too afraid to leave. They're too afraid. It's really what they're afraid of is independence. and self-esteem. And when they're ready, they'll get out of it. You can't tell anybody, leave, get out of that situation. They'll leave. Well, the longer they stay, the harder it's going to get, to put it to you bluntly. Otherwise, it becomes a habit. The longer they stay, the harder it's going to be. They want to live their life like that, being disrespected, cheated on, lied to, then that's going to be their life. Because that person ain't going to change. They're going to do it as long as you let them do it. You got to teach people how to treat you. If you want respect, you got to command respect. And that's all I know. And you know what? Some people are so nasty that even if you did stand up for yourself, they'd say, go. So be prepared for that. I always tell people to leave themselves an out. Like, don't be completely self-reliant on somebody. Put money away. Have money where you can leave if you need to leave. That you are not trapped. Do you know what I'm saying? You would feel better about yourself. And that's the best advice I could ever give anyone. Put money aside. And always leave yourself an out. So that if something happened, you have the option of leaving. Have your own credit rating. Have access to some funds just to get you through. I'm telling you, that idea and philosophy is, I have no choice. You always have a choice. You always have a choice. Take care.